Hello friends, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm back here in Genshin Impact because I'm going to be doing a little character showcase today, and that showcase is of characters I either regret pulling for or just don't use anymore, and why. Now, I have pulled for a lot of characters in my day in Genshin Impact, and a lot of them I do still use, but there are unfortunately those few characters who still just sit up on a shelf and collect dust. And today I'm going to be showing you not only who those people are, but why they are sitting on that shelf and collecting that dust. So, let's get into it. The first character is Klee. I know a lot of you might be really sad about this, considering how excited I was when I pulled her in my original video of doing Klee summons.
Come on, please, Klee.
Oh, it's a 5-star. It's a 5-star.
Okay.
It's a 5-star. It's a 5-star.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Come on,
Come
Klee.
on,
Klee.
Klee.
Klee, come on.
Please, if I get Klee, I'll be so happy.
Klee.
She's coming late. Oh my god! I got Klee!
I was very excited by Mind Me. I loved Klee for a long time, and I finally got the chance to pull for her. I was really happy about it.
Oh my god!
But at one point, I just stopped using her. The second character is Alhaitham. I don't necessarily regret pulling for Alhaitham, but he is just a character that I don't really use anymore. He kind of just sits back. I don't really use any Dendro-related teams too often. I'm mostly a Melt and Vaporize kind of person. But yeah. And the next character is Dehya. Now, I didn't specifically pull for Dehya on her event banner. I did end up getting her on standard banner, so I don't exactly regret pulling for her. I just don't use her at all. I know I did an entire building video on her, but I just really don't use her in any of my team comps at all. And the fourth character, this one might surprise a lot of you, Yoimiya. I really like Yoimiya a lot. I just really don't use her. I never really used her in Spiral Abyss, I never really used her in Domains, and therefore I never really used her in any teams for anything. I pulled for her at the same time I pulled for Klee.
Alright, it's gonna be a 5-star, but let's see which 5-star we get. It is indeed a 5-star. Let's see.
Right.
D-Luke,
Come on.
D-Luke, D-Luke.
Yoimiya.
Oh wait, I said I was gonna skip it, so we're gonna skip it. I got Yoimiya! I got her! Oh my god, that's an 8 50/50s!
I was also really excited about Yoimiya, but I just eventually stopped using her. And in this video, we're not only going to be testing these characters and their max potential, but I'm also going to be explaining my reasons. And first in this video, let's talk about Klee. Now, as you can see, she is level 90. I did have her fully built at one point. She had a 4-piece Crimson Witch set, and she had her Blessed in Slot weapon, Lost Prayer. Once I got Yenfei though, Klee pretty much just disappeared from my teams altogether. Why is that? Well, that is because Klee's attack style is not only very difficult to master, but it's also very inconsistent, and a lot of people have called it clunky or uncomfortable. Now, I kind of realized this when I started using her a lot, because of her attacks. They're very, they take a long time, and there's only 3 of them, which means she can't output damage very quickly unless you come up with a very specific method on using her, which kind of made it difficult for me to apply her in any regular team comps. Now, her damage output was fine, that was good. She was doing around 20k per charged attack on a good crit day, but her gameplay style was really just what turned me away from using her, as unfortunate as that is. But that's enough of talking about Klee. Let's actually put a build on her and see if she still does damage, or if she is going to continue to sit on that shelf and continue to collect dust. I honestly use Yenfei pretty much as my new Klee, if I'm being completely honest, so we're really just going to be taking Yenfei's artifacts. I think Klee might be one of the characters that I have invested the most time in, besides, like, Ganyu, because I pulled for her weapon as well. She's like one of the only characters who I pulled for their best in slot 5-star weapon, besides like Ganyu and Yelan. So she's very special on that list because of that. But anyways, let's put back a 4-piece Crimson Witch set on her and see what we can do. Another build I want to try on her is also a 4-piece Wanderer's Trope set, because in the Wanderer's Trope 4-piece bonus, it gives an immense amount of damage boost to charge attack damage, which is where Klee does most of her damage. So we're going to try both of those today. Alright, there we go. Klee is our new Yenfei. Her ratio is really good. I'm pretty impressed with that 80 to 176. I'm pretty sure her Ascension bonus is Pyro damage bonus, so if we look down here, yes, she has 90%. But I guess now all that's left to do is test her out. Now for this team comp, if you haven't already guessed it, Klee is going to be our main DPS Pyro person. So in this team, Bennett is definitely going to be a must. I don't know much about supporting Pyro characters, but from what I know, she just needs the basics. So let's also throw some Mona in there, and let's also throw in Xingqiu. I think this team's going to be pretty good. It's a very vaporized forward team, as you can see here. But yeah, let's just go to that Cryo Regisvine, best boss in the game definitely, and see how much damage she can do. Now, in the actual Klee pulling video, I tested Klee by herself with Diluc, which was a pretty poor test of damage there. So now with an actual support team, let's see how much damage we're able to do. Ah! Okay. Alright, Klee. Show us what you got. Her burst is so cute. 55k? Sick. Well, alright then. That was quick. I guess that pretty much speaks for itself. Clunky Klee isn't as bad as everybody says she is. I mean, the damage output was great, but I think in actual situations she's still not very good because of her gameplay attack style with how slow she is. But still, what can you do about it? Now let's slap on some Wanderer's Trope artifacts and see if she does more, less, or the same amount of damage. Alright, now her ratio for Wanderer's Trope is 75 to 172. It's a little bit lower than Yenfei, or whatever that build was before, but let's try it again. Alrighty. Sorry about any lag that comes about as a result of this. That wasn't a crit, I don't think. 60k crit, there we go. Hey, it was 3,000, 5,000 better than last time, I think. I do think that was because of the Wanderer's Trope bonus, I am pretty sure of that, but still, I think that was some pretty good damage. Klee, I'm sorry that I don't use you anymore. That is unfortunately the end of our Klee portion of this video. Let's move on to Alhaitham. Now, Alhaitham, unlike Klee, does still have his artifacts, weapon, and build still on. I don't necessarily regret pulling for him. He was kind of an accident, I'm pretty sure. I don't actually know how I pulled for him. But his build is pretty bad, mostly just because I never really put any time or effort into it. I don't have 4-piece gilded, so I just went with what I had at the time. And now he kind of just sits in my character collection and doesn't really do anything. Mostly because, as I said earlier, I don't use many Dendro team comps anymore, unless it's like specifically for a video. So he just doesn't really show up anywhere. But anyways, I think I'm gonna use this build, as crappy as it is. His ratio is probably pretty garbage, as you can see, because of this Iron Sting, but we can always just give him the Blackcliff Longsword because of that crit damage. It went up a little bit, which isn't too bad. I think I might eat some food to see if we can help him out a little bit more, get some of that crit rate up. But I guess now let's just test out this interesting build. Oh, and I forgot to mention, his talents are raised as well. Now, for this Alhaitham team, I'm gonna include an Electro character so we can really do some good elemental reactions, because I know he is elemental mastery based, or at least his damage is, so I'm gonna pull Lisa in here and add Benny back. I think this team is okay. It looks a little strange, but let's just see what we can do with it. Alrighty, here we are, back at my favorite boss. Time to test out our Alhaitham. I'm pretty excited for this. I know he can be a really good character when used correctly, so let's see if I use him correctly. Okay. Well, alright then. I guess that answers that question. I didn't really see anything. I think I blinked too many times because I basically missed it. He did do a really good amount of damage. I think one of the higher numbers I saw was 17k. I saw that. I don't know if there were any higher numbers. I think I might have saw 30k actually, but I could just be dumb and seeing things. But yeah, that went really well. On to the next character. Now let's talk about our favorite hot lady from the desert, Dehya. I really don't use Dehya, similar for the reason why a lot of other people don't use Dehya is because her kit is absolutely abysmal. It is, really strange. It's so weird. I don't like it. The HP and the attack combined scaling, I think, is just rude. I don't like it at all. Her gameplay itself is nice, but if she did actual damage, that would be even nicer. I learned recently, not really recently, it was a few months ago, that characters like Xingqiu and Yelan do not work with Dehya's burst because it is not considered normal attacking, it is just considered a really long elemental burst. So Xingqiu and Yelan would be a waste of space in this team comp, so I'm gonna have to consider that when seeing what to do with this strange woman. She still does have her build, her attack's really low, her ratio looks good, she's got Serpent Spine, 4-piece emblem, C0, thank god, and her talents are 688. So let's put her in a team comp and see if she is as atrocious as she usually is. Okay, so for this team comp, I have Mona Bennett and Yunjin. Yunjin is there so that she can help increase attack speed, because she does that based off her defense. I know she's level 20, but just trust me on this, okay? If Yunjin doesn't work out too well, I can always switch her out, and we can do a second test with a different character. So let's just try this and see how it goes. Here we go. I'm a little scared that she's gonna do really bad, but I think it'll be fine. Okay. I cannot see anything. I think I am stuck inside the flower, actually. Oh, never mind. Oh my god. It is as pitiful as I thought it was gonna be. Well, I mean... I can't really say I expected her to do more than that, but I do know that that is considered to be just one long elemental burst, so if we do add all of those numbers together, it would be a larger number, since most characters' bursts are just like one hit and then done, so maybe I'm just thinking about it differently than I should be. But anyways, it is now time for the last character, Yoimiya. I do really like Yoimiya. I think she's a great character, but my one and only problem with her is that her damage output is based solely on standing still. That is how she gets her stacks, and that really was a problem for me when I wanted to use her in teams that didn't have Zhongli in them, because if they didn't really have a shield user, then she was pretty much impossible to use, which kind of made me turn away from using her. But her damage output is still really good, so I'm still gonna give her a chance because I still think she's great. But anyways, as you can see here, she has her full build, R5 level 90 Rust, 4-piece Shimenawa, C0, and 888. Now from what I know, also another reason why I stopped using her is because her burst is kind of useless. It doesn't really do anything. It just deals AoE pyro damage, and just the scaling is low, and it's not even recommended to level it up, so what do you know. So for this team, we can actually use Yelan now. I'm very excited about that because Yoimiya's pyro attacks will be increased with the vaporize reaction. But anyways, let's go back down to the Cryo Regisfine and do our final test of the video. And another thing I would constantly do with Yoimiya is use her burst before doing her E, which cancels the effect of the Shimanawa set, so I've got to remember that I can't use her burst until after her E is finished, so... Okay, here we go. I'm really excited. Well... Okay then. I think I want to try it on like a bigger boss, maybe like the Primo Geovishap, and see if that is better, because we killed it in like 3 seconds and it didn't even get the chance to do a lot. So, let's see what we can do. Okay, so I changed my mind. I'm not going to do the Primo Geovishap. I'm going to do the Ruin Dino in Sumeru, since when it loses its bonus elemental res, it falls on the floor, so hopefully that it has enough HP for us to do a proper test this time. Okay, here we go. Come on. $74K. I saw 74K. Okay. Well, I saw 74K. Alright. Okay, well, I can definitely say going to a boss with more HP definitely helped, because I saw a 74K pop out of there, which was really, really good. Yoimiya is a great unit if you have the right team comps for her. I unfortunately just never did, but if you do, please use her. She is absolutely amazing. But that does unfortunately wrap up this video of characters I regret pulling for or don't use anymore. And also, Ayato would be in this video, but I already made a separate video on him, so make sure you go watch that too. Alright guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already. Also, make sure to turn on the bell so you never miss out on any new videos that I upload. I also want to say thank you so much for 11,000 subscribers. You guys mean the world to me. And I will be doing a Q&A in my community tab, so make sure to drop by there and leave me a question, or reply to the pinned comment down below, and I will try to answer as many questions as I can in a very special Q&A video. But that's all from me. I will see you guys next time. Bye, friends!